Hey guys, welcome back to New York Comic Con on Newsarama. We are here making a skybound sandwich here. I'm Justin Tyler.
Pete LePage.
We're here with Ryan Otley and Jason Howard.
Yay!
Thank you guys. Let me start with a little cheer to really build the energy
With
up.
the ham and cheese of this.
Nice.
And you guys can choose your own roles.
First, I guess we should start off with Invincible. Let's talk about it. It's been a fantastic comic. I've been a big fan of it. I know he has too.
You too? Me, yeah. I'm sort of purging.
And what's great, we were talking to Kirkman about this. Like, it's such a good comic. Even when you take away the main character, it still is an amazing comic. Which, congratulations. I mean that.
Well, cool. Thank you. Yeah.
But what's coming up? I know we're just kind of getting into a big war that's going to be happening. But
yeah, issue 100 is coming up, and it's going to be awesome. I'm totally excited. Issue 96, the end of this story arc, and 97 is
little
when
lovey-dovey
crazy
this
stuff
story
happens.
arc.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
How far ahead of you have you already?
I'm on 98 right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
halfway through. So, I got to get everything done by the end of the year. Up to issue 100 to get it all out by January. So.
When we were talking to Kirkman, he was talking about the different genres and genre bending, and it seemed like with the Monster Girl and Robot storyline, like it was space opera, really epic.
Oh yeah.
How does that influence your work? Because I see a change, and I want to know how you sort of arrive. It seems bigger, broader than the more Invincible based stories.
Well, you mean the stuff that Corey Walker was doing?
Huh?
Corey Walker was doing the Monster Girl and.
Oh, when you were doing the...
I was doing the main story. And Corey Walker was doing the space stuff. So I did the Earth stuff, he did the space stuff. That's why we split it up.
That's my mistake.
That's all right.
Good.
What's your favorite thing out of all the stuff that you get to draw? Like, it seems like, you get to do like a lot of like fist through.
That's my favorite thing. Fist through stuff.
It's my favorite to read, but is it? I mean, you must get some crazy scripts that are like, okay, we're gonna rip this guy in half.
Oh yeah. I get some crazy scripts like that, and I think he writes it for me almost. It's like you draw this as violent as you want, you go crazy with it, and so yes, it's just fun showing that energy and stuff. So.
Have you ever gotten stuff and had to?
I said, how did it start? Like, I'm curious. Like, did he write a violent thing for you to draw, and then it turned out really well, so he wrote more, or did he just say punch him, and you punched through his head, and then he wrote more punching through his head?
You're like, well, that's way too violent for what I'm...
Yeah. I don't know the evolution of it all, but it's just... It happens, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's awesome. I wonder if it's like... Because just reading it, it's so well done in a way that you don't expect. Like, if you said to me, I'm reading this comic right now, and this guy punches through another guy, I'd be like, I don't want to read that. That's gross. But it's done in such a cool way that it is... I don't know how to explain it, but...
it's almost humorous.
Yeah.
And people just like, what the hell,
Yeah.
Instead of just, ew,
Yeah,
so
it's not gross,
it's like a realistic
violent.
cartoon. My style is, I like to say it's a realistic cartoony style. I guess if it was real, it would be kind of gross.
Right.
Like seeing it on a movie or in real life, it's kind of nasty war stuff. So yeah, it's more humorous.
And do you feel like it's like heightening? It has to get bigger and bigger and more sort of crazy. The hand has to go further through the head.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, just like that Alan. I remember that one time that Alan punched the dude in the face, and it went through, and his head ripped off, and he just was wearing his head as a sleeve.
And even Alan was just like, why did I do that?
I didn't know I was that strong. I didn't know this guy was that weak. But
so does it get boring when he starts writing these, like sappy love stories?
No, that's still fun too because I get to. I enjoy drawing any kind of emotion.
Okay.
Just feeling, it's kind of like my version of acting. I couldn't do it in real life, but on page, it's just how I do things. So
nice. So really, just anything he gives you, you're like, yes.
Yeah. Well, the best thing about working with him is variety. I get to do so many different things. There's so many different plot lines going on, and so it's all good. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Talk Super Dinosaur.
Yeah, let's.
Your turn. You were asking questions a moment ago.
I told you I might.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Sneak interview.
Yeah, speaking of fun, I mean, Super Dinosaur, what a great idea of like a fun kind of thing to do. It's almost like the idea of a kid, like, I want a dinosaur that like talks and like can rip people apart.
Thanks.
Like, how fun is that to work on?
Yeah, I mean, and that was kind of like the genesis of it, is trying to tap into all that like kid emotion you had watching cartoons and wanting a thing, and what if I build this thing or invented this, and and reading a lot of those kind of books. And so drawing it is really fun because I'm trying to kind of channel that and be aware of, okay, if we want to make a book that adults can read, that adults that like that kind of stuff, but also like for real kids read it and get into it and stuff. So I try to think about that when I draw it. And I have young kids, so my son is 9, and I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. So like I show them designs. I'm like, now what's cooler? This
They're your test audience.
Exactly.
They're like, that one's the best, Dad.
Right. But usually, like my oldest son has this thing about ropes. So, like, I draw this guy with, like, rocket launchers and lasers, all this cool gear. Like, what about this? He's like, you should have a thing where he like, has a rope. I'm like, rope? Like, this stuff's way cooler than a rope. But I guess to a 9-year-old, ropes are pretty cool. So I told Robert, so if you see a suit of armor where Super Dinosaur shoots a rope at somebody, you'll know where that is.
So
direct.
Rope Man is rope. Do you have to give your kids writing credits? Or?
Oh, no, I feed them.
That's the best credit you could possibly get. Well, that seems to be the guiding force to both books is like just fun, like pursuing fun, and sort of like when you're a kid, you draw on notebook paper like these things.
Right.
And were you guys kids like that? You would draw like tanks and all that, and now you're basically doing like a professional, awesome version
Not
of that.
tanks. I wouldn't draw tanks. No, not tank stuff.
He's offended by tanks.
You were more into robots.
Yeah,
I was more
that's
into just
all I would
monsters
draw.
and weird, ugly
It's
faces.
just like Transformers and cars.
Just ugly faces.
Oh yeah, ugly faces, monsters, whatever. Violence.
But you do those things, like, at least I would, like, with friends, where you'd draw, like, a scene, and then I would draw tanks, little tanks, shooting, and then he would draw buildings with like, planes dropping missiles on my tanks.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you'd take turns, so you'd each get to draw, like, 2 or 3 elements. And you have a big sheet of paper, and you basically draw a war reacting to the other guy, kind of making a story. As by the end, it's just a scribbled mess, because somebody dropped a nuclear bomb or something. But so
awesome.
It's similar where you make a world, and you work with a writer, and you come up with this stuff, and Robert throws in ideas and the characters and what's happening, where they're going. So it's kind of like that same energy, for me that I had as a kid, but now hopefully I have a little more skill to back up, the ideas that were there.
I would say so. So it seems like what you guys are saying is Robert is really hard to work with.
Oh, yeah,
and really dampens all your creativity.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. I'm glad
That came through, yes.
Do you guys feel like you want to do something like darker or something more like all this stuff is so like big and bright? Like you want to go into
Grizzly Shark. That's pretty dark, right?
No,
Yeah.
man.
Right,
I'm glad
yeah,
you brought that up. That was hilarious.
Thank you,
That
thanks.
comic was awesome. Like it was so ridiculously fantastic.
It was insanely fun to make, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
all
very
about-
just like...
Was that like a bet? Like were you like, I bet you can get away with
It
this?
was
Like
just-
no way.
We were just completely high on fatigue. That's just what it was.
high on fatigue?
Just way high as a kite, yeah.
It was at a convention, and we were up super late drawing sketches because we took way too many, so trying to get them done at the hotel. And I know we were just talking, and all of a sudden, I don't know, we had
Then there's a
thing.
book.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, that'd be
They
an
got
awesome
mixed up.
comic. That's pretty stupid. And, they like rip people apart, and the shark would see them swim through trees. And, so.
We have more of that coming our way at any time.
Hopefully, we have
working on
ideas,
it,
so we have to fit that
It'll
stuff
happen.
in around the other books. So
Yeah.
we had hoped to have, announcements on that before now, but we want to get anything done before we would. But.
What's the next animal mashup that you're going to bring to the table?
I was thinking it would be awesome to be like a sea lion, but it's just a lion underwater.
Yeah.
It's just a sea lion. That would be cool.
Well, that's already an animal. I don't know if you.
Oh, really?
I don't want to blow up your biology.
Or like a hammerhead
copyrighted.
shark,
Yeah.
right? It's like a hammer for a head, but then it's a shark.
Yeah, wow. You guys have both very active imaginations.
I may take that one.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Great
Mine
work.
was Commando. It's a deer
Yeah,
with guns.
that was a good one.
Commando.
Doe?
Oh man, I like that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, great. We can come up with animal puns.
Is there
All day. We could do this all day.
Is there other things you guys are working on that you can talk about, or can?
That's it right now.
Okay, cool. So that's all legal.
That keeps
The
you
monthly
pretty busy.
book is all about,
Yeah.
that's all over.
Well, we love both of your monthly books, so please keep up the great work. We can't wait to read what's coming down the pipe from Invincible. Invincible number 100 it's such a big thing, so congratulations.
Cool, thank you very much.
And
Yeah.
Super Dinosaur rocks, so
Thanks.
hopefully that'll go that far.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I love it.
Thanks, guys. And you guys stay tuned for plenty more from Comic-Con.